Hi Stitchy friends, this is Liliana from I'll Be Stitching Forever. Welcome back to my channel for those of you who've been here before, and welcome to those who are new. This video is going to be, I'm going to be sharing a finish, a few WIPS, and one that I've decided to start over again. Yeah. That'll be my first one that I've decided to just frog it and start over. But more on that towards the end of the video. Before I get started with sharing my WIPs and my finish and all that, and my new starts, I want to share with you guys a crochet afghan that I made several years ago, and I'm really happy with it. I made this like I said, several years ago, and it is my favorite. It is my favorite afghan that I've crocheted. I love it. This one was different. This one was not a continuous crochet where you just go back and forth in rows. But it was done in panels. So this section and then this section, and then, you know, they came in sections. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections. And then I stitched it together. And so it was a challenge, and it was fun at the same time. But as far as the looks of it, it's my favorite one. It has stayed intact pretty well, so it's in good condition for how old it is versus my other ones. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. And the other thing I wanted to share was a plastic canvas project. So I've made a lot of these boutique Kleenex box covers, and this one is a Valentine's one. And this one's not that long ago that I made this one. I can't remember when, because I don't keep track of dates. I need to start doing that. I need to start keeping track of dates, like I do now with the cross stitch. But I didn't do that with my other arts and crafts. So that's that. Now let's get into the cross stitch. I'm going to share with you guys a finish that I have. I have some new starts, and I have some WIPs. And I have one that I'm gonna, it's a do-over. I'm gonna frog it, and I'm gonna start all over again. But I think I'm gonna change it, definitely gonna change a few things. That's the reason why I decided to start it over. Anyway, we'll get to that. We'll get to that maybe towards the end of the video. Right now, I want to show you guys my finish. So if you've seen my past videos, you know that I've been working on a dog's love, sorry, a dog's love, not a dog's life. A dog's love by Dimensions. It's a small kit, and it's on 14/8 count cloth. And so what I changed was, this is the collar, right? So I changed that. I omitted the buckle so that I can fit both of my dogs' names here. And I changed this here. Rather than stitching the bone, I actually added embellishment there. And I believe that's it. Let's see. This is how it came out. So my two dogs have since passed. They've gone on. And so I wanted to have this in memory of both of them. And I'm really happy with the way it came out. I had to redo the names a few times. And it's not perfect, but it's fine. I've gotten to the point where, okay, I'm done playing with that. I'm just not really good with letters yet. I need more practice with that. But I'm happy with the way it turned out. It's fine. doesn't have to be perfect, right? I mean, I'm not a perfectionist anyway, so, but I do like things to look semi-nice, right? Next thing I'm going to share with you guys is I've been working on, I'm going to say this slow so I don't trip over the words, but it is, let's see, it's 25 complimentary cross-stitch designs by Brooke Nolan in the Brooks Books Advent Animals collection. That is a mouthful. If you say it really fast, well, if I say it really fast, I'm going to trip over the words. Anyway, so I'm on number 6, and it's Cashmere Camel. And here he is. I think I shared number 5, which was the, oops. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Let me go get him. I'll show you what the hedgehog looks like. Okay, I'm back. So I had more to share than I thought I did. I've got a few, I've got a total of 5 finished Advent Animals cross-stitch to show you, cross-stitch pieces to show you. And the first one is Katie Kitty is the first one. And here she is. I think she's adorable. I just love her. So let's see. This is, all of these are going to be stitched on 28 count fabric. I started Katie Kitty December 13th, 2023. And then I also, I think I did this one in the same month, in December. The next one, number 2, is Peter Polar Bear. And I started this one, I don't think, not too long after the first. Yeah, I started December the 20th. And I started Peter Polar Bear. So this one I did a few changes. So let's see if I can show you guys. It's going to be kind of hard because it's just a printout, but check out his cup. So because there's a lot of white on there, I chose to make hot chocolate, the whipped cream and the chocolate, if you can see that, so it'll show better on the fabric. I did not use the called out fabric. I just used what I had already on hand, but I didn't think about the white and how the white wouldn't show up as well. But it is what it is. The next one, the third one, is Mary Mouse. There she is. That's what she looks like, or she should look like. This one, did I make any changes? I don't think I did. I don't think so. It's just not the exact same color that it's called out for, but that's all right. The border, I did it in just backstitch, and I've seen most people do it in cross stitch, but I did it that way. The next one, this is number 4, and it's a Dukem dog, and I started him December 2nd of 2023. There he is. Cute. I really like this one. Just adorable. So this is the hedgehog is next, and I started him on January 15th, or her. And it's Haiti, so it's her. Haiti hedgehog. So it's not perfectly the same. I mean, when it comes to making all these little stitches here, it's like, you know what? I'm not going to copy it exactly the same. But no one's going to tell. That is not exactly the same. We can change that as stitches, right? Okay, and then again, the cashmere camel, which I had just showed you guys. And this one I started, did I say already? Sorry if I did. February 8th of 2023, this month, a few days ago, yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll start now with new starts. Okay, I'm telling you guys, I never thought I would do this. I thought I would remain a monogamous stitcher, crafter, because that's what I've always done. Any craft that I have made, I've never stopped it to go do something else. I've just always just kept working on it until I complete it. And, you know, and it's been okay. I mean, I haven't found a problem with that. When it's crochet or needlework on plastic canvas, those crafts, I've never, you know, gotten like really bored with it. I've taken breaks here and there, but I've always gone back to it. I've never stopped and started another project. But with, at least not that I can remember. But with cross stitch, and I've only been cross stitching for a year now, a little over a year now, and I find that it is nice to stop and to start a new project. And the more I think about it with the kits that I have 30 plus some, which is not a lot. And to think, oh my gosh, will I ever be able to finish all these? Because they take a long time to make. And I'm so excited because when I look through all my stash that I do have, I get so excited. It's like, I want to start this, I want to start that. And I decided, you know what? I'm just going to start them. I'm just going to do it. I don't care. I'm going to do it. I'm going to start what I have. And then that way I got a lot more of a choice of WIPS. So I'm not always stuck on the same one. But I still don't think I'm going to do too many. But I might start all of the ones that I currently have right now. Little by little, I'm going to start them. So day by day, or not day by day. I want to start one like I did this one, so a new beginning, and at least stitch it until I'm ready to start a new one, and then I'll stop, put it aside, and start a new one. So this one's a new beginning, and I love this one. I love all of them, of course, but I just have to say it. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I've started here in the corner. So let me show you what I've gotten done so far. There it is. So I started February 4th. It's on 14/8 cloth. Hope you guys can see it. You know what? I forgot to use my board here. Sorry. because I've got the light coming in from the window. Okay, there we go. So that's what I've done so far. And I'm happy that I got to the rainbow. So my plan is to work my way down, because I don't want to just stitch the sky for like months, or who knows how long this is going to take. But anyway, so I'm stitching down so I can get to the good parts. So by stitching downward, I'll get to the buffalo here, and the eagles. Yeah. My next new start is, it's called Japanese Garden. And this one is stitched on 16 count blue Aida cloth. So this is the first time I'm stitching this one on, blue cloth. And I decided to start on the upper right hand corner. So this is what I've got done so far. So I'm really happy with it. This is how long the cloth is. It's a really pretty blue. I like it. Very nice. Okay, that's it for new starts. Those were the 2 new starts. This one is charted by Design Works, and it is called Fabulous Fall. There we go. That's what it looks like. Beautiful. I love everything about it. The colors, the flowers, everything. Just gorgeous. And I started this one, let's see, I started October 12, 2023. Where's my cardboard? Oh, here it is. And this is where I'm at. This is my progress here. I just worked on the top portion. Just beautiful colors, I think. I love this one. I'm just very, very much in love with this one. And I can't wait to finish it, because I definitely want to display it in the fall of this year. So my plan is to finish it this year. We'll see how that goes, huh? Hopefully I will. It's on 14 count Aida cloth by Imaginating, and it's called Family Blessings. Cute little birds. And the saying, it says, family, count your blessings, gratitude, harvest, traditions, give thanks, fall, autumn, harvest. That is cute. So that is what it will look like. And it's stitched on 14 count natural Aida cloth. And I forgot to mention this, but I'll add what it looked like when I worked on it last. So, okay. And here it is. This is what I've gotten done so far. It's a nice stitch, easy stitch. I'm enjoying it. having fun with it. Really cute. I'll probably frame it, I think. My next WIP that I have to share is called Butterfly. And it's a small. And it's on 14 count 8 o'clock. I started November 28, 2023. And this is what it looked like before. And here is my progress now. This, I think, will probably be framed, and we'll maybe put it in my greenhouse. Getting towards the end. The next one I have is, it's called Brown Owl. And I got this off the internet. I got the pattern off the internet. It is not a kit. It was sold as a pattern only. I used DMC Charles Craft Fiddler's Cloth, 14 count. And I had this gridded, that I gridded myself, but I had problems with it. It wasn't exactly perfectly gridded, so I went and washed it off. That's what I did. I washed it off because it wasn't helping me anyway, so I might as well. And the last time I stitched on him, I had completed one of his eyes. So he was a one-eyed owl for a little while until I got to stitching him again. And now he's got his other eye and a beak. I did say the count, didn't I? 14 count? 14 count, in case I didn't say that. Okay, the next one is a small. And I've worked on this one when I travel. And it's called Watering Can. And this is what I've gotten done so far. I did some back stitching as I go along because now I've learned my lesson. I do not like to back stitch at the very end of the project because that just makes it more difficult for me. So I find it just easier to do it as I go along. Okay, here comes the one that I'm not happy with. It's Riolus. I love the photo. I love the design. The design is absolutely beautiful. I do like the design. That's not the problem. The problem is that the stitches are so bulky. There are some stitches on here that calls out for 4 strands of floss and 3, and that's bulky. It is just so hard to work with. I don't like it. This is on let's see, what count is this? It's either 18 or 14. Sorry, I'll write that on this. I'll put it on the screen when I find it. I'll look it up. It's it could be 14, but anyway, I started October 18th, 2023. I don't like the stitches. It just, I don't know really what I want to do with it. I've started frogging it. So I had a lot done down here that I've already frogged. And okay, what are my options? My options are I can do a half stitch with the called out number of threads. So if it calls out for 3 or 4, I can just do a half stitch. So I thought about that. The other thing I thought about is using a different fabric count and using less thread, less strands. So I don't know, I haven't decided. I'll think about it. If you guys have any suggestions on what you would do if you wanted to change it, let me know, because that would be so helpful. Anyway, and I really like this design, so I'm sad that it didn't work out for me. I'm just not happy stitching on it, because it's hard to stitch with 4 strands. It's hard to stitch even with 3. 2 I'm okay with. More than that, I'm not. So anyway, I believe that's it. Okay, so now what am I going to start next? I don't know. It's not going to be a dimensions kit, because I just started one. I'm not sure, but I think I'll just hold off on starting more dimensions kits and see if I can get further along with the Japanese garden, and then choose another one. So for my next new start, it's going to be either Design Works or Luca S. One of those, I think, will be my next one. Or I think I have another Imaginating project, a cross-stitch one, so I might choose that. I don't know, but I definitely can tell you I'm going to choose another. I'm going to start another, and maybe another small, and I still have to choose another stamped, because I also do stamped cross-stitch projects, and I could choose another one of those also. So we'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Thanks for sticking around to the end and watching my video. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your subscribing to my channel, watching my videos. I so appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next video.